So, shortly about me. I work in quality assurance for 16 years and last 5 years as team lead. I am a big fan of test analysis, and I believe it is the main power of quality assurance engineers. That's why I put lots of efforts to train my team to have strong analytical skills, to prevent defects, to investigate incidents, and to be capable of doing complex engineering job. So my journey to team leading actually started quite a long time ago. And the first role was more like a plain trainer when I worked like an engineer and also do some managing tasks. After that, I switched back to engineering, returned back to team leading, tried a pet project where I led approximately 10 people. And currently I'm leading one of our backend QA teams on one of biggest projects in our company, and also do some company-wide activities like interviewing candidates for different projects, training engineers for different teams, onboarding engineers for different teams. And this is one of teams I actually lead. So, what is our agenda today? We will talk about what happens when people take decision to switch to managing. We will talk about main differences between leading work and engineering work. We will talk about some challenges that people face when they switch to team leading. And probably some of those challenges are not described in articles about planning, delegating, and that kind of things. So, what usually happens when someone decides to switch to team leading? This person reads articles about planning, about control and tasks delegation, about people motivation. Maybe this person goes to some managing courses. So actually, if someone asked me years ago what to do if you want to become a lead, I would suggest pretty much the same. Read about planning, delegating, tasks, control, go to manager courses. So what would I say now? I would say think twice. So, actually, why? What you may face when you switch to managing role? What is team leading reality? So first, glue work. What is glue work? Glue work is something that is needed to be done to make a team successful, but not related directly to executing tasks. Creating reports, writing follow-ups after meetings, going to somebody to clarify something, go to somebody and remind him to do something, go to him again and remind him to do the same again. It is very time-consuming and it is very energy-consuming. Your engineering skills get stuck. Sooner or later, you may find yourself in a team where literally everybody is much better engineer than you. It can be challenging. It may make you question your own professionalism. And sometimes you don't get exactly what you want. For example, you like communicating with people, you enjoy it a lot, and you're thinking that if you switch to managing, you will communicate more and you will enjoy the work even more. But as a manager, you need to take unpopular decisions sometimes. Sometimes you need to tell people things that actually make them unhappy. Sometimes you even need to fire someone. It is hardly enjoyable. When you're a team lead, your personal batteries, your current mood affects the team much stronger. Just imagine that you're interviewing some candidates for position, and you are sitting on interview like that and asking candidate why you're motivated to join our company. It is not very encouraging for candidate, right? And your biases affect the team much stronger. We are taking decisions related to hiring. We are taking decisions related to evaluating people after probation period. We run performance reviews. And as any employee, you may experience conflict between personal interests and professional ones. But as team lead, you also may experience conflict of interests between your engineering team that you manage and the team you belong to, the business team. And sometimes it can be challenging to decide what is more important. When you're an engineer, you often experience something like, I did this, you completed the task, and you feel some satisfaction. So dopamine goes to your blood, like, great. As a manager, you may see your results after months or sometimes years of work. And those results are even do not 100% depend on you and not guaranteed. The team and personally you may do their best, but the project may not go to production. And for you, it will be more like a failure because you are responsible for some cumulative results. So sometimes it is something like this. Is it some hope? Yes. Let me share some tips created by my own experience and experience of other managers and leads. So let's return back to the first slides when we were talking about what happens when we decide to go to manage. I believe that the best question to start with is not what to learn, but what do you want? What do you want for yourself? And why? For example, if you enjoy communication with people, it's good to understand what exactly does it mean. Is it about some everyday talk during coffee? Is it about handling some problems? Is it about skills or is it about joy? And is team leading really the only solution? Maybe you just need to change your team to another one. Maybe you need to switch between projects. So maybe there is an engineering role for you and that supposes more communication that you currently have. Another challenge. When we are switching to managing, we cannot wear engineering hat and managing hat at the same time. Engineering skills get stuck, and we may have some concerns. Maybe we are not real engineers anymore. But here, we need to understand that process of thinking and process of decision making, actually, it is what we do. And there are different ways to bring value. And our way to bring value is to manage. And by the way, managing is still engineering, but it is solving engineering problems on another level of abstraction. What about biases? We need to be aware of them. If we are aware of them, we may notice them. If we notice them, we may challenge them. What is important here is not to require be 100% unbiased. It is just not possible. But we still can do something. For example, if I interview a candidate and I feel some irritation for no reason, most likely it is some bias that was triggered. That's why I feel those emotions. And what can I do? Yes, I cannot just switch off my irritation, but I may focus on facts. I may focus on what exactly a candidate says, and I may not to allow my irritation to affect on my decisions. So, what is more important, engineering team or business team? Business team. Why? Actually, yes, it is very nice to have strong loyalty between team members. It is great when your engineering team actually friends, but it is option nice to have, not something that we need to, let's say, that we really need to have. And there is a problem that we're here to bring value, not to make friends. And making friends is a really great thing, but if we don't bring value, so probably there will be no team. Also, we may face us versus them challenge when our engineering team is us, obviously good guys, and some other people are them, managers or probably clients that are not so many good guys. And it is great when team feels together, but not very great when team feels together against colleagues or clients. It doesn't help to foster open communication, professional trust, and any of values that actually we want to have in our job. So what about glue work, delayed result, and that kind of problems? So I already mentioned that we need to accept that process of thinking and decision-taking is our work. And it is very important to make those processes at least visible for you. Despite from outside, it may look like you did literally nothing. For example, if you hired 10 people, you may say, I hired 10 people. There is a result. If you didn't hire anybody, it looks like you did nothing. But it is really not so. And I will share result authorization protocol that may build a connection between the process of thinking and decision-making and results that you finally have. So let's go through this protocol quickly with an example. Yeah. What is our starting point? I have a team. What did I do? I was constantly monitoring team capacity. Why I need the result? I need this because if the team runs out of capacity, just starts to run out of capacity, not already run out of capacity, but just starts to do this, I need to initiate hiring process. So how I would tell somebody about this result? I was constantly monitoring the team capacity in order to see if the team starts running out of this. And I took decision not to hire anybody because it is not needed for now. What about our personal batteries? Makes sense to understand your personal energy budget. How do you feel when you wake up? Are you full of energy and ready to challenge? Or when you finish your job, what happens? Are you ready to do something else? Analyze how many tasks of different types you may really handle per day or per week. How many interruptions you may really handle. How many times you can really switch between one task and another one. What kind of tasks give you energy? What kind of tasks drain energy from you? And be critical to best practices. They can be kind of best for some people, but personally for you, they may lead you to tiredness or even burnout or demotivation. For example, Let's try to use a straightforward time blocking technique. Let's imagine that I have some tasks, I have time for those tasks, and I just booked some time slots for those tasks. So quite a lot of complex engineering work, quite a lot of interviews, performance reviews, and also, of course, I want to educate my team. So I planned a workshop. Is everything fine here?
Looks like hell.
Yeah, maybe it will be fine for some people, but not for everybody.
Why do you just keep couple?
You cannot skip them. You create them.
I always create the meetings for my team members and say, like, dude,
No kiss.
So, what can be done here? My usual schedule looks more like this. So, what I usually do? First, less meetings in general. I know how many meetings I can really handle per week. No meetings on Friday. That's a quiet day for some quiet work. Also, some time slots for quiet work are booked for each day. And before and after meetings that require high focus, high involvement, high level of participation, I place time slots for quiet work. For example, if I have an interview, obviously I need time when I can think about candidate and write down feedback about him or her. Complex engineering tasks delegated to team. But I still can do something simple, despite it is usually recommended to delegate everything. Why I do simple tasks? Because it is a source of quick dopamine. I can do something simple, I am doing it very quickly, and I feel satisfaction. Yes, I did it. Also, we may adjust our tasks not only to energy budget, but also to stress level. For example, if you're full of energy, feel no stress, it's the best time to face any challenges, to drive some changes, to plan something for your team, to multitask, or maybe dream about future for your team or what kind of team lead you want to be. If you have less energy, you may focus on something more understandable, something more simple. If you have high level of stress, but still have some energy, you may establish structure in your tasks, in documentation, in schedule. What to do if you have high level of stress and high level of energy? Actually, it is better not to communicate with team because you may infect them with your stress. You may distract them. You may decrease their performance. And what to do if you don't have any energy and also have high level of stress? Actually, you are hardly functional. So it is time to take care of yourself. In this condition, you won't be able to help somebody else. When we're thinking about how we will become team leads, we're making assumptions how we will feel ourselves and how we will behave. And we may check in advance if reality actually meets those assumptions. So you may be a backup for your team lead when she or he is on vacation. You may try playing trainer role when you have a very small team, for example, 2 people, sometimes 3 people, and there are not so much managing tasks, and you work as engineer and do some managing tasks as well. If there are no such possibilities in your company, you may try to find pet project and try something there. And when you already tried team leading part-time, you may make conclusions about if you want to continue, or you want to switch back to engineering. So if you don't like it, you just roll everything back. So if you want to try team leading, first of all, understand your motivation, what you actually want for yourself. Second, consider the difference between managing work and engineering work. Remember that results will be delayed. Remember that you will have lots of blue work, and this work will drain energy much more than engineering. And invest in your self-managing. It is not kind of weakness. It is not a caprice. Your well-being is a precondition for your team efficiency. And prepare plan B. Roll the changes back if you just don't like leading. So here are some links I would like to share that are related to the topics I covered.
This dramatic pause is supposed to give you time to scan the code.
And so this is the end. Thank you very much.